So I've officially found the most mentally disturbed individual on Twitter, and there's some stiff competition for that, but it all started with this video of a Friendsgiving that was Tom Hanks themed. They named it Hanksgiving, and they all dressed up as characters that Tom Hanks played in different movies. And it starts with this little tweet: millennial humor is so empty, their relationships are empty. And I'll play the Tom Hanks video just so you can have the full context.
Not to brag, but I got invited to hanksgiving. It's a party my friend throws every year where everyone dresses up as Tom Hanks. You knew that by the title. There's also pictures of Tom Hanks everywhere. This was the third annual one. Could not believe I was invited. It's kind of a pretty exclusive event, and everyone goes really full out, like 100% full out. Costumes were purchased for this event that will probably never be worn again. That is the true love of Tom Hanks. And then we all got together for a group photo. Tom Hanks, you're invited whenever. And then there were winners for the best dish and the best costumes. So, happy Hanksgiving.
So if I had any criticisms for this whole Hanksgiving thing, you know, maybe the delivery of the presenter was a little bit too deadpan and I wasn't really very excited about the event, but our friend over here at Scorched Earth Policy had some much more cutting remarks, and I will read the entire 600+ word tweet. Scorched Earth Policy says, the flaccid asexual emptiness of millennial culture is the direct result of cohabitating male and female friendships in a middle to lower class environment, which possesses none of the aristocratic eccentricities to normally justify mixing women and men together in a platonic environment. When manifested in the office drone white collar service industry crossover of the average millennial urbanite, you get the facade of equanimity masking a sneering underlying bitterness and hostility. But Scorch, everyone's just vibing out. What's your problem? Let people have fun. Chill out. No. So anybody who's actually graduated college, feel free to give your take, but what I understand from this first extreme run-on sentence is that there was some inherent value to aristocratic, eccentric get-togethers between men and women that were getting together in some sort of platonic way that does not exist in a middle to lower class environment. Like, that just seems like, oh, when rich people do this thing, it's cool, but now that it's poor people doing it, it's fucking cringe and shit and stupid, and you shouldn't be doing it. I've been balls deep inside the average The Office tier Target Furniture Core marketing degree craft brewery barcade social circle via the barren womb of an anxiety medicated birth control ex-girlfriend's friend group. I've looked these people in their swollen SSRI faces and seen the bare traced vestiges of what was once a soul. It's a natural fact that the men in such a friend group are either A, normal dudes quietly bored but playing nice because they're someone's boyfriend, B, beyond unbelievably pussy-whipped soft betas who haven't yet acknowledged unrequited feelings for one of the girls, C, closeted or uncloseted homosexuals who may have been MK Ultra'd into a sodomite lifestyle, living the real-life equivalent of a sparkling water commercial diverse friend group for over a decade. A lot to unpack in this section. First off, it seems as though this person believes that people can only be gay because they've been MK Ultra'd, which was like government experiments back in the day that were horrible. They were like mind control experiments. They put people on tons of drugs and shit and tried to fuck with them. But like, I just get the impression that this person doesn't know a lot of people, or maybe just doesn't understand people very well. Like this whole, I've looked at these people and their swollen SSRI faces. Like, this person saw a person that was tired and he was like, oh my god, look at his face. I see the bare traced vestiges of what was once a soul. And as far as the non-gay people that attended the event, yeah, I'm sure some of them enjoyed it, some of them didn't enjoy it, and they showed up just to make their girlfriend happy, but that's called like a normal human experience. People do this all the time, and at the end of the day, it's just one day out of your entire year. They didn't do it because they've been poisoned by the pharmaceutical industry or something like that. Like, you're unhinged, bro. These people are not having fun. Every group I've ever encountered that does this cringe shit is populated by people who all constantly complain about about how depressed and anxious they are while making ha-ha ironic jokes about wanting to die, living timid, trembling lives with little to no joycence? I don't know. It means like having fun, I'm guessing, or whatever. Good times, happy fun. The millennial is arguably the most unfortunate generation in recent history. They represent the apex of a devastating culture war and the most direct results of spiritual castration with the least amount of pushback antithesis elements among their ranks. This dude just loves throwing a bunch of words together in a way that grammatically does not make any sense, but it sounds more descriptive. It's such a fucking bad habit to get into. Besides the obvious insufferable premise of an entire performative event being built around a shitty pun turning into the accidental idolization of a mutilation, blood sacrifice, cannibal child assaulting reptilian adrenochrome junkie, this video is just one of many seemingly inconsequential irritations that the average millennial presents. Theirs is a world of nagging rationalizations and pseudo sensibilities. Sometimes you need to take a step back and trust your gut instinct. The only thing standing between you and the total domestication of your bloodline into the human equivalent of a labradoodle is your ability to say, nah, this shit's gay, and not be crucified by your entire friend group for it. So this guy's now pulling the, not only are they cringe card, but they're actually idolizing somebody that sacrifices children to the reptilian adrenochrome overlords. And I mean, of course, dude, this is just one of many seemingly inconsequential irritations the average millennial presents. What did you expect? And yeah, like, let's say I was gonna put myself in the shoes of somebody who is attending this party. Yeah, you could think it's cringe. And maybe one year, yeah, you'd even be like, hey, I don't want to go to that cringe party. Maybe we should just have Thanksgiving with my family. But it's just like, you can say that something's cringe without having to make it the fall of Western society. The murmuring millennial male who goes along with the soft human resources tier Lululemon longhouse of burgeoning mids in his Bumble-built friend group is the modern eunuch. If you're a young man and your friend group does this shit and you're enjoying yourself, then by all means discard this entire post as some wackadoodle rant from a bitter incel or whatever. Live your life and be happy. Like how he became self-aware in the middle of this. But if you're in a friend group that does shit like this and you feel some resonance with what I've said, if you've known the quiet turbulence of bored rage listening to the forced wine-drunk laughter of your 400th session of Cards Against Humanity, then for your own sake, please free yourself. I will agree, Cards Against Humanity is pretty cringe. If you're charming and have good taste, take absolute control of your friend group and filter it down to something meaningful. I think this is one of the many bad assumptions that's baked into this rant, is that like everybody at this party is each other's only and best friends. Like my best guess would be this like an amalgamation of a bunch of friend groups. Like yeah, you might have a couple best friends there, but you've also got co-workers, friends of friends, acquaintances, all that sort of shit. Like a party tends to be. If it's too far gone or you're not capable of that, slowly cut yourself off. Pursue something meaningful, make more money, become stronger, faster, more violent, seriously learn a new skill. You are wasting your time. If you're a young woman, stop wearing spandex, never watch another episode of Friends again, don't smoke weed, don't take SSRIs, don't take melatonin, don't take birth control. Gay guys aren't your friends, and if you don't have any other female friends, it's because something is wrong with you. And like at first I was like, there's no way that this isn't a troll, but this dude is replying to a bunch of people completely seriously. Elon fucking Musk replied to this shit being like, SSRIs don't just zombify you, but also make your face swell? Yeeks. Like this is who Elon Musk gets his information on the side effects of fucking SSRIs from. And Scorched Earth Policy responds, everything you consume and everything you do transforms you physically. You can clock an SSRI birth control fluoride PUFA zombie a mile away. People evolve into a subspecies built on archetypes of what they like to do the most. Also, milady. And then he posts some like AI generated image of SSRI zombies, and I'm pretty sure it's fucking Tom York from Radiohead in the bottom right corner. And I'm just gonna read a couple of replies. This person says, referring only to the video, do you think they have no individual personal relationships because the theme of their party is tacky? I don't see how coming up with a meme outfit to wear is materially different than the project of finding finding a fancy, tasteful one. And Scorched Earth Policy replies, the entire premise is falseness incurred by the presence of the camera. Their entire party singularly exists to signal quirkiness in a performative nature to outsiders. As far as in general, I am judging them by the way their facial expressions, voice, body language, and physical appearance is. I know these types of people and I've been around them. Their taste is a symptom, not a cause. You could have just said, I don't like theater kids, and moved on. You don't have to be this fucking crazy about it, bro. Like, cringe shit has always existed. People enjoying things that you would never enjoy in a million years has always happened, but people in the past just didn't seem to associate it with the fall of Western society as much. This person replies, what do richer or poorer people do that's different and better, or the next/previous generations? And Scorched Earth Policy replies, the rich have better taste and the poor are at least impulsive enough to not bother with the preparation for a gathering. Boomers lack the ironic self-analysis to do this. Gen X would consider themselves above this, and Zoomers would think this is cringe. This is distinctly a lower middle class theater kid office job type attitude. Dude, the brain rot is getting to me. I actually can't handle this anymore. If this were a bunch of rich people at the event, it just would have been more expensive versions of the outfit. Like, rich people are definitely not above cringe theater kid type stuff. And like, yeah, boomers probably wouldn't do this. Maybe Zoomers would think it's cringe. The person who filmed this video was 25, by the way, so they would be Gen Z. But Gen X would also definitely do this. They probably just would have done it like 5 to 10 years after it was slightly an in vogue thing to do. And I think that this whole fucking ordeal is just a good reminder to just like question the things that you think, and maybe everything isn't connected, and maybe the initial premise that you came to cannot then explain absolutely everything, because it seems like this person came up with like, oh, this is a bad millennial thing and these people have no fucking value in their friendships, and then just extrapolated every other thought about this event on those facts and refuses to detach themselves from that. Anyway, I'm gonna log out of Twitter and never log back in and go to the gym. I'll see you guys later. Drink a lot of water and skate on to the best of your abilities.